So what it's saying is that those days are already recorded over that I requested anyways.
Which you would know as an IT person, right?
So did you say that?
You.
Did you say that right here and now when you read
Mr.
this?
Heigl?
Did you, in a clarification, that's what I'm asking.
You're asking me for, no.
Did you say that? Okay, then the next question, hold
You're
on.
appealing, your
Hold-
appeal was not
Hold
whether.
on. This is the time when I have to go through my information. This is a hearing right now. You called it a hearing.
It is a hearing
I am
about
the
cost.
main
It's a
witness
hearing
that's
about-
called this claim.
Mr. Heigl, let me clarify.
Yeah.
I'm gonna point you
Hey,
back
Judge.
to what this hearing is about. It is
Hearing.
completely about appealing the cost.
Right.
It is not about whether
Right.
the tape exists any longer.
Right.
Because of how security tapes go.
Right.
If you appealed the cost,
Because of the
when you
time
make,
frame
when
in
you
which-
make an appeal, it is delaying the process of getting that to you. So as an IT expert, I guess I would expect you knew that. So we will stick in this meeting to what the language of the appeal was, and it was strictly about cost.
That's right, and that's
Oh,
why
so
we're
keep it
looking for
on
these
cost.
pieces in here for the clarification again.
Keep it
And
on cost.
you said a lot of things here now, again, because you didn't clarify that it is already gone. That you haven't saved it, which it should have been saved.
Do you have this,
Once
Mr.
it has
Heigl?
been
It was
appealed.
sent to you. Do you have this? Do you want this to refer to?
I'm just making sure now, it
Okay, well,
has
it's
not been
available.
deleted, right?
That's
Because it was,
available.
once an appeal has happened, it's supposed to be saved at that point and not deleted. It has been not deleted, right?
She don't even know.
She doesn't know.
Joyce, do you know if it's been deleted or not?
I don't. We'd have to check with our IT.
Because right now, at this point, I will have to pay for this still,
We'll
right?
have to
And what
check
you're
with
saying is
our
past
IT
60
company
days.
about that from when he came.
That's, I
Okay.
mean, this is a clarifications that I need here going forward from this point as well, correct? So, if I'm gonna pay for it, I wanna know if I'm gonna actually pay for it and get it.
You would pay for, I believe, half the good faith estimate.
Well, then now our taxes don't pay for it.
You're gonna get a warning.
So that's the thing is about this online, this extra time that's calculated here for this online upload to an online storage.
You weren't charged for that? If you'd like to look at the, if you'd like to look at the calculation that you received in the mail, Mr. Heigl, Joyce has a copy here.
Yeah, I was charged for, how many hours? It was
23.
23 hours. Right.
You weren't charged,
But again-
that was the good faith estimate. Had you seen that through, you would have paid half of that for us to receive. You did not.
See, it's. Hold on. Let me do some math real quick here. Because I know that math is kind of struggling here in this, you know, when it comes to this thing. So let me, please bear with me and do the math. Your Honor, Judge, since this is a hearing, you are the judge. Okay, so 45 days, 45. So if I'm not charged for the 15 minutes per upload, or 25 minutes per upload of the footage online to online file storage, should be 15 hours that I was charged. So.
No,
That's-
you'll have
that's what
to,
it
you'll have
is.
to go and look at the,
No, I'm looking at this right now, so if
Alright.
you'd like to look at it here, we'd like to calculate this, because again now, this is where it gets tricky, because the numbers have never added up on any of the other FOIAs, that's part of the requests that I did, and the issues that we had. And,
we took 45 minutes, Mr. Michaela,
mhm.
and, oops. 45 minutes.
Right, exactly, you took
And-
45 minutes, do you know why you took
45, I'm
45
sorry, we
minutes?
took 45 days, sorry,
Right.
and times 30 minutes, and we got 1,350 minutes. So we use, and the reason we use 30 minutes, I'll repeat that, because you may have not heard that, but 30 minutes was the average between a high of 40 minutes for uploading an AVI file format and 20 to just do the native file format. We probably assumed you wanted an AVI, but we went with 30 minutes as an average between those two. We got 1,350 minutes, you divide 1,350 divided by 60, you come up with a 22.5 hours, got it? So then you take that 23 hours, you multiply it by $33.33, and you should come up with a $766.59 good faith estimate.
What was the hourly rate again?
33, and that it does not include any benefits.
So it would be $500 if we do it at the AVI rate of 20 minutes then,
And you would have received,
correct?
the,
Yes.
any money back from the half of the three, what would be
So,
$380 or so that you,
Times 45, this is 900
mhm.
divided by 60 equals the 15, okay? So that's where I was calculating, so 15 times 33.33 is $499.95.
Yeah, we went with the average because you didn't specify Mr.
So-
Heitla, nor did you specify how much of the footage you wanted,
You know,
24 hours.
it's easy to reach out,
So,
I'm
so
available,
we
you know that.
are doing the business of the township too, instead of
Well-
just Mr. Heichel's FOIAs.
Is-
So if we're gonna stand by this calculation at this point, Mr. Heickel,
Do you wanna say anything else disparaging
Do you
in front of
want
the
to-
police officers
do
in
you-
the world?
do you want
here?
to say anything else? We're gonna
Because-
stand by these calculations. Anything else you wanna say before the board deliberates?
So you're saying that for the download time, that you're charging me for you to click a button and to let that file download, that you're charging me for that amount of time for you to click a button and let it sit there, do you understand that's what you're
That's
charging?
not exactly what happens with
That's
that
exactly
process.
what's happening in this
Well,
process, you're telling a tech guy right now,
Well, yeah.
that you
I
don't
know, I'm talking to the
download
tech guy.
something
And
and
we
in
also
one
talk-
file at a time, for 20 minutes, you're gonna click on it, choose where it downloads, and then you click on it, and then you go away for 20 minutes, right? So what is the actual time of work in this process that you're going to be doing? Because that's what actually needs to be
We use
calculated.
the Night Watch IT tech who advised us on this. So if you believe that you know more
Okay,
than
and
the
what,
Night
and so
Watch,
he's gonna be doing the work, then, is what it is?
No, I don't think you want him to do it,
Okay.
because it'll be thousands.
And again
of
now,
dollars.
Joyce, you did say on record, on a video, or on an audio call with me, that you are charging for benefits. So what is 3333? It sounded like
I'm not sure.
30, what is the 3333? Who is 3333 an hour?
It's me.
What is that pay?
It's me.
That's you broke down to do the work. So
Yes.
you to do the work, to click. So I'm getting charged for you to sit there for 23 hours, is what you're telling me, to watch these things download, because that's what we're calculating, and you're telling me the time in the public, the time it takes to do this work,
Mr.
okay,
Heitler,
is to do this download. And you're telling me that IT people, yes, charge people those erroneous amounts. I know. Remember when I was here, I was saving the township all kinds of money because
So,
of not having those erroneous costs needed, because I fixed all those things, right? And I did the lights, right? I did all of the different things in this,
Lots of things. So here, Mr. Heitler,
right?
is.
Physical things that we can actually see, as well as the ending of corruption and people in
Okay.
positions that they
So
were
we're
allowed
sticking
to,
with the
as well
language-
as the
The language of the.
removal of
This is not
documentation
about
from
your
other
map.
people that is uncovered now. So what is it?
Just stick with the FOIA up here.
Right.
I've already told
The
you.
deletion of
I al-
emails.
Mr. Heitler, I think I've tried to explain pretty logically how we
Right.
calculated this.
Right,
We
to
are not-
maximize the cost possible.
Mr. Heigela, you
How-
understand,
how
you've
is
done
it?
FOIA appeals before, and there have been times where you've gotten money back because the good faith estimate was not correct.
No, I didn't actually,
And
that
so-
FOIA, I'm told that I owe $1.50, and Joyce needs clarification on that for me.
Yeah.
The last
Point of order.
communication
Okay, let's,
shows, she
we're not-
brought this up, I'm clarifying,
okay, I'm
that
gonna.
the last email that
Yeah,
she's
yeah.
talking about
Mr. Venus.
clarifies that I owe $1.50. So let's have the
You
truth.
were warned, we're talking right now,
Oh.
there's a point of order. Mr.
This
Venus,
is how much.
So we're talking about
That's
stuff
what time it is.
that's not, if Mr.
That's the truth.
Heckler wanted to make a case for what he thinks it should, he should have done that.
Mhm.
He's grasping at straws, we need to move on.
Grasping
Yes,
at
we need to
straws.
move
No,
on.
this is all explaining this all to
Okay,
the public,
do you-
guys, how it should be done at a
Mr.
lesser
Heigler, if
cost
you have
for me,
any
the public. So I
other-
wanna make sure that
if you have
when I
anything
agree
else.
for the FOIA, that we do it at the lowest cost possible, and let's communicate on it to make
Okay.
sure it happens.
That didn't
Okay, because
happen.
that needs to
But as an
happen.
IT tech.
That did happen, and that wasn't my fault, I
Well,
communicated.
do you want us to pull out what your FOIA appeal looked like? It was scratched on paper.
Yes,
And
and
it
at any
did not
time.
specify, Mr. Heigela, as an
I'm
IT
second
tech,
away.
especially as an IT tech, I think you would have been more precise in your language as to what you wanted from us. We spent an
That's
inordinate.
what, that's, I didn't even do
Mr.
this
Heigela, I'm
process with
talking
the
now.
meeting.
Can you
That's-
please,
Yeah.
I'm talking now. And so just let me try to clarify. We spent an inordinate amount of time, the clerk did. She's getting ready for elections. She's got a lot of other responsibilities here besides being FOIA coordinator. She spent time with our IT tech to learn the process because of what you asked. We looked at all the variables from, how it cost, this is how much this would cost and this is how much this would cost. You are not charged for that. The township took
I'm
that
charged for
on.
that.
And, no,
That's how you're making that back up.
and he said it's not as simple of a process that you just click it and let it download. There, in terms of extracting, you can call Night Watch and talk to the tech.
Okay, what is the number? Can I get the number, please?
You can look that up,
What
Mr.
is this
Heckler.
number on here?
So do you have anything else of substance to say before we deliberate?
I want the number right now for Night Watch, as you just told me to
And
call them, so I will
you'll
be calling
You'll
them,
be able
please.
to do that. Right now, we're
Like
gonna
we-
start, if you have nothing else, we're
Can
gonna
you
go
tell me, will I
ahead.
have it here at the end of the meeting,
I think I
please?
gave you the.
I have it here, that's why I'm wondering if this is a number for them on.
Yeah, but we're not doing it during the meeting. You can step outside and call them if you'd like to, and the board
No,
is.
I'm not gonna call them now,
Mr.
I wanna make
Michael?
sure right now that I get the
You
number.
have it, it's on the front of the page.
What
It's an
is-
invoice, that's an invoice, right? So the number is either on the first page or the second
There's a
page.
number here,
Right,
9654343,
we are
is that
now
them?
going to deliberate, Mr. Heigla, so you can go ahead and
Which
sit
number
down.
is there, so I know I have it here?
It's there, under their heading, isn't it? Right there at the top.
At the very
Right
top,
by-
a
right by
very
their
little
logo,
top of it.
by their
Gotcha.
logo, usually where they are. Okay, anyone else, a board in terms of deliberating questions for Mr. Heigla?
No question.
So,
Okay.
no matter, a good faith estimate is what you
What
believe
we-
could
an
be the
estimate.
maximum, but it can be billed significantly less than that.
Yes.
If the format is such that it's less,
Mhm.
if it goes quicker than that, it will be billed less, so,
Yes,
correct?
that's exactly what it says it is. It's an estimate. It's a good faith estimate. We do the best that we can, be as transparent as we can in the documentation. We've done that. If we find that it's considerably less than that, and he is paid half, and it's, you don't need that other half, or there's even a reimbursement, he gets that. So it's, that's where we are. Okay, anybody else have a question on the board? Okay, so I want to just read so this is related to specifically in the FOIA law and our own FOIA policy, that the processing fee. So within 10 business days after receiving the appeal, the township board will respond in writing, and we will either waive the fee, reduce the fee, and issue a written determination indicating the specific basis that supports the remaining fee, uphold the fee, and issue a written determination indicating the specific basis that supports the required fee, or issue a notice detailing the reason or reasons for extending for not more than 10 business days. Okay, and should Mr. Heigla not like our decision, He can file an action. An action shall not be filed in circuit court unless one of the following applies. The township does not provide for appeal. We've provided for that. The township board failed to respond to a written appeal as required. We have responded. And the township board issued a determination to a written appeal. So that's pretty broad, and we will issue a written determination after we vote on the recommendation provided by the clerk. Anything else before us? I mean, yes, trustee Hamish.
I just wanna point out, so Mr. Heckler was complaining that you click a button and it downloads for 20 minutes and you can do something else. And I just wanna clarify that if every 20 minutes I have to be available to simply click a button, that's not free time. That's not time that I can go and deliver a piece of equipment, or go to dinner with my family, or,
Correct.
you know, do something else. You're
There are,
tied to the process. It's not simply click and go happily merrily skipping down the lane, so it's kind of,
it's
an
a
ignorant thought that's,
huge interruption.
that
Ignorant
that's,
thought.
just simply dismiss the other 19 minutes,
Correct.
so.
Okay. Okay, any other board comments? Are we ready to?
No, I'm gonna disagree with that, just because
Sure,
she
no.
can put that, she can click the button and then put that screen in the background and continue on with her daily anything.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you.
sir, you were not, I did not ask. to be
Is this a
closed.
public
You
meeting?
looking at me? Cause I didn't speak.
I read.
It wasn't me.
I read the rules, you've been.
Is that a
warned.
law?
Yes, it's a
It
law.
is a law?
Yes.
Or is it a code?
Are you ready?
Are you bonded?
Okay, you'll have to remove. That's your second warning, sir.
Are you bonded?
Yes.
Thank you.
All right. Treasurer Miller, anything else?
That's it.
All right, okay, board ready to, Clerk Farraco's, recommendation was to uphold the denial of the cost appeal for FOIA number 230215A and upholding the good faith estimate that was assessed. Do I have a motion? Motion?
A motion.
Greenwood?
Or
Beamish? Any other further discussion? Seeing none, let's vote.
Supervisor Jones,
Yes.
Clerk Farraco, yes. Treasurer Miller,
No.
Trustee Beamish,
yes.
Trustee Greenwood,
Yes.
Trustee Hires,
Yes.
5 yes, 1 no, motion carried.
Okay, thank you. All right, so we will issue that finding to Mr. Heikela via mail, and he should receive that in a few days. Okay, and next on the agenda, we have public comment. This is a time for 3 minutes. If you have anything, any township business you would like to address the board on, you may have 3 minutes. Come to the podium, state your name, and follow the rules for public comment. Thank you.
So I'd like to reiterate what she was just talking
Please
about.
state your name, sir.
This is Jeff Kittle.
Jeff.
Make sure you remember that name. As far as she said, you click a button and then you guys are going out, you guys are doing other stuff or your office stuff. So how is that considered that you're only doing one thing? I mean, furthermore, isn't this not a public meeting? I thought that you guys were supposed to work for us. You guys don't work for us anymore? So you guys, you know, if you say something that's out of order, your order, we're gonna be thrown out of this place? I didn't know that there was a law that could throw me out of this place for coming to this public meeting. I thought we were the ones that were supposed to be in charge here. I thought you guys were supposed to be working in our best interest. You guys don't do that. It's just a crying shame. I wouldn't even be here if I didn't think that you guys didn't need to be babysitted. It's like, so if these cameras weren't here, you guys could just do whatever you think you wanna do? This is ridiculous. This is a clown show. You guys are pathetic. It's like, all we ask is that we get a little bit of transparency, and then you guys are gonna charge us for that too? Don't we already pay taxes? Oh, we gotta go get a building permit so we can take and get a permit for our house so you guys can come and raise our taxes because you say our house is worth more? Well, what if we ain't selling our house? Don't you guys get enough of our taxes? And furthermore, are you guys hourly, or do you guys get paid by the hour? Or are you a salary employee? No answers? It's like, why can't we all just work together and try and get along and take and do what's best for the people instead of what's best for this little tiny group? You think it's funny? Do you? Why do you think we're here? We wouldn't even be here if you guys are doing what was in the best interest of the people. Remember when I asked you if you were bonded? You are bonded. You know how I can I'll put a lien on your bond. You won't be working in any public capacity anymore. That's all I got to say.
Thank you, Mr. Keel, for your comments. Anyone else like to address the board?
All right. So, here we are. People continue to wanna, they ask me all the time about what corruption I have, found and exposed in this community. I continue to talk about how our attorney, one attorney for many decades, controlled every community around the city of Battle Creek. While I was here, that was John McFarland. Before that, it was James Norlander, while his wife was the clerk of the county, who got to oversee the recall election while I was here. She got to oversee a recall election because, and allow it all to go through very easily, no matter what happened, no matter how many people filled out every line of their petition form, because they didn't want me to expose the corruption, the cronyism of, well, the law firm that her husband's involved in, the corruption involved in the John McFarland situation right now, with him being in charge of every municipality at the time and being in charge of our water and sewer contracts, our police contracts, where they get $1 million now from us for one officer. Luckily, we make them do the work and get out here. But I found then that he's doing a $200 million legacy project for himself, the Battle Creek Whitewater. So of course he's doing crony actions for the city of Battle Creek. Lots of extra costs, lots of people that will do the work for them to do their bidding. But now we have it. We have exposed that emails have been deleted that we're talking about that show the corruption involving people on this board currently and previous attorneys. We have people sitting on the board that don't even live in the community any longer, that won't fess up, won't step down and do the manly thing. We have officers in this community that have been deleting public records, citations that detrimentally affect people in this community that we have no evidence of. We have illegally written citations by this person that's going to cause a massive civil lawsuit. Another massive civil lawsuit. How many have happened since I've been gone? And you say it's me? That was the problem? But you all go behind closed doors for those meetings because that's what crooks do.
Right.
That is what tyrants do. They silence their political enemies that are nothing but friends of the people, sharing the truth and the light.
Thank you for
Batman.
your comments, Mr. Aikala. Anyone else wish to make public comment? I want to say something that I talked about this afternoon. Anyone else? Justin, rest of the board? Okay, seeing none, then we have board member comments. Trustee Beamish, anything?
I get paid a stipend, so this is a free meeting for me. I'm gonna get paid.
Volunteering your time.
Yes.
Okay, trustee Hires. Okay, trustee Greenwood? Nope, I'm good. No comment. Okay, treasurer Miller?
No comments.
Treasurer Miller, anything?
This is Paul.
Never once.
Would you like to expand on that, or is that it?
I can't believe that you've been clicking a button involves 20 minutes of work. But I should be, by now, convinced that you've been convinced of that.
Treasurer Miller, I would suggest that maybe you talk with our IT tech also. So when
I've actually downloaded the video for him once.
yeah, I have no doubt you're using our cameras for that. So
You were
thank you.
there.
Anything
Don't
else?
disparage
Anything else?
her.
Anything else?
Wait, Lord,
Treasurer
that-
Miller?
Seriously.
Treasurer Miller, anything
This is
else?
not your time.
You
Point of order.
were not,
We'll
you,
clarify
I
that.
did not ask you. Treasurer Miller, anything else?
No.
Okay.
Berries.
All right, Clerk Rocco.
Berries.
I have no comment.
Okay, and thank you for all your work. Appreciate that. And then I'll make an announcement that we will be canceling the regularly scheduled meeting for May 11th because of scheduling conflicts from some board members. So watch for that notice of cancellation, as well as we will set up a special meeting, which will really be our May meeting. The following week on May 18th, I did poll individual board members or trustees, and that sounded like that was going to work well. The following Thursday, we'll have that scheduled. I will say that we scheduled this meeting because of conflicts with several board members who had other meetings. So it happened to be Wednesday was the best time in the afternoon to meet. None of us have any knowledge of Mr. Heikkela's court case, except the one I've been subpoenaed to go to, and that is not on that date. So scheduling conflicts are real with 7 members of the board. We did the very best we could to fit it in. If we waited till we didn't have any conflicts, scheduling conflicts, it would have been past the 10 days, and we would have been in violation of the law. So we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna be in violation of the law. As to the numerous conspiracy theories that are touted by certain members of our community, I find it very sad. This board has been the most transparent board. They have worked tirelessly to get information out to the community. And you can try to narrate whatever you want to in your videos, that's fine. I sleep very well at night. I work very hard and I sleep very well. So you can make me out to be something that I'm not, that's fine.
Your
You know,
videos
that's
show it.
fine. And we actually do, we are recording these meetings. So, and we do have, yeah, we are too. So, don't worry, we have that documented as well. And as for closed session meetings that are conspiracy, that it's a conspiracy to have closed session, Mr. Heikkela, you're disturbing the meeting. Mr. Heikkela, you are disturbing the meeting.
Didn't
As
bother
for
me.
closed session meetings that was mentioned, closed session meetings are part of the law. I've said this to Mr. Heikkela before, if you don't like closed session meetings, we're following the law. If you don't like the law, then you work with the legislature to change the law. There's a process to do that. We're following the law. And I would love to have some of the stuff that we do in closed session here in front of the public. We can't. We have to do it in closed session. Okay, so with that being said, I have nothing else to say this evening. We will, or this afternoon, sorry. We will adjourn the meeting at 2:26 p.m. Thank you.
Say that you cannot say that we have to get a, opinion from our attorney because we have this situation or type of situation that has arisen. That's the whole point.
You know, we
about
never
it.
had a Batman that
but
short,
you
right?
guys- you
I'm
guys
sorry?
have
We never
hidden
had a
that.
Batman that short, you know that, right?
I know.
But the mask goes good with the costume.
We will. I'll see you in court. I look forward to it. This one will go through. You will have to be there. You will have to be there. That's right. You don't get to pay for a criminal to get away.
Next time, Joni, know who you're addressing before you get the evil eye. You started on me and I hadn't said anything. Oops. Dementia?
Did you teach him to be a...
Anybody want to disparage me outside, I'm good with it.
Hold on. This guy that thinks a Marxist that trained her son to be one. Did you train him to be a Marxist? Or did he choose that on his own?
Well, that's his mama.
Do not talk to me. So stupid, not ask me anything about my son.
Your son
Has nothing
good
to.
friend of mine.
That's right, and he's twice the man
And
you are.
he admitted to me that he was a Marxist, and I could no longer trust the thing the man said. And based on the actions that I've seen by
From
him and his
you?
wife,
From you,
they have done nothing but power, because it's power for Marxists.
and that's wonderful.
No, it's not. It's about dark power. That's dark power. It's about worldly power.
Do
Look
not
at you.
discuss my son with
Your
me.
son. I'm
You
sorry,
are
ma'am.
nothing
Ma'am.
to me.
Nothing.
Ma'am, that's fine. Your
Don't
son
discuss
is
my
nothing any
son.
longer to me, and I wish he was, because I love him and his family. Okay? Very, very deeply, and I worked many
Do
hours
not
hard
talk to me
for
about
him and his family.
No, you did not work
Yes,
for
I
him
did.
and his family.
I helped out many hours
You've
and
done
volunteered.
nothing for
I
them.
did volunteer many
Nothing
hours,
for them.
ma'am.
Do not
Ma'am,
talk to
I
me about
volunteered
them.
many hours
No.
to help them.
No,
I did. I raised many hundreds of dollars.
don't discuss my family.
Ma'am.
You are nothing.
Okay. So you are the one that trained him.
You are a low-life bum.
Thank you. Yeah. Are you going to
Do
step
not
down?
discuss my family.
Barry, I want to let you know, Barry, that the recall paperwork will be filed here soon. So you can
It's
step
okay,
down,
Mama.
Barry.
It's okay, Mama.
You can step down, Barry, or you can face
You
the
moron.
recall. That's what you're at now, okay, Barry? Thank you. That's what a Marxist looks like. You see that? That's what a Marxist looks like.
I'll stay in there. I ain't afraid of none of these motherfuckers.
I couldn't see anything, I was kicked out.
Oh, I got warnings. Bethany got warning. Jeff got a fucking warning. Everybody gets a
We
warning.
got a warning, all right. You good Americans then. We are. Good Americans.
Not allowed to talk to your children.
Jeff
if you
says
bring
something.
them
She
to a
looks
public
down at me
meeting.
under her fucking glasses like she does and starts telling me to shut up. I ain't even said a word the second
I
time.
got two back to back, one right after another.
Excuse my language,
Shut up,
folks.
and I mentioned her bonds.
You can't make this shit up.
No, you
Yeah,
can't.
you know, we need Joni's expertise today. I don't know if y'all heard, but an 11-year-old is in a bunch of trouble, made a bomb threat at school right now.
Oh, Jesus.
But Joni got her
didn't
kid
die
out
that
completely out of trouble for doing that. He was able to re-enroll right in the same school.
Really?
And then later go to West Point, I believe.
Really?
So,
Wow.
you know.
That's what a Marxist looks
We
like.
need
guys. You
we
see
need
that?
Joni's
That's what I
expertise.
asked
She
her
needs
because
to get
her
that
son
11-year-old
did it.
out
We
of
gotta get
trouble.
I gotta go too, guys.